Hello and welcome to the Business Standard Banking Show. The insurance regulator has taken a host of initiatives for the development of the sector in the last 1 year or so. One of them is Insurance for All by 2047. The idea is to increase penetration. How are the insurance companies prepared to take up the challenges? Also, some of the insurance companies are facing some challenges in terms of growth in the new business premium in the current financial year. How are they addressing it? To discuss some of these issues, we have today Tarun Chugh, MD and CEO Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance Company. Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance is one of the leading life insurance companies in the country. So, Mr. Chugh, welcome to the show.
Hi, Manojit. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm fine, sir. Thank you. So, let me start with asking you on the regulatory initiatives that has been taken by the insurance regulator. So, how do you think insurance companies are prepared to take up the challenge of increasing penetration and insurance for all by 2047?
I think, Manojit, this is a very good situation to be in, where the regulator itself is looking at the developmental side of the insurance business. Because insurance by itself is a very tough product to sell. Hence, the more ease you can have for the customer and the more push you can have from the regulator, we would also always, of course, request the government to give us some tax benefits, of course, to make it a little bit more easier. But notwithstanding that, with the regulator pressure and regulator push, it really helps. So regulators working largely on two or three significant fronts. One is on ease of doing business, where in multiple facets, they're looking at technology and process, easing. So, for example, Bima Sugam is something they are talking about, where they can provide a marketplace like we have in the loan segment today, like we have in consumer goods today. Similarly, in life insurance, it will be one of its kind in the world, first of its kind, actually. Plus, it is looking at various tech stacks which exist, like Aadhaar is a big tech stack, and then you have the banking stack coming in place, how we can integrate there. It is looking at integrating various providers of service, including making a demat equivalent account for life insurance. So like today, you can buy a mutual fund by just one tick. So today, can you buy insurance? No, it's a very difficult process. So that is another direction they're going at. And similarly, getting all distributors, manufacturers, provide product comparisons, all of this in one location. I think that's holistically Bima Sugam and the other things that they're moving on. They recently moved into a use and file methodology for a lot of product segments, which makes it easier for us to respond to the customer needs. Because India is not one India. I always believe India is like 6, 7, 8 Indias.
Correct.
And as those customer needs are evolving, it helps us, test a product and start using it before we file it.
Right.
Which was the other way, which was file and use earlier, and hence it is given more agility to the sector itself. On the granular bits, the regulator is working a lot closer to the ground, where it is assisting us and in fact leading the process of reaching out to various state governments and looking at state insurance plans, where we can work with state government machineries and push the agenda of the state as well. But at the same time, on the ground level, cover people with simple products, which are multifaceted. It's not just insurance, life insurance, but life insurance, house insurance, credit insurance, all of these, all bundled into one. So Bima Vahak and Bima Vistar are these other two significant moves that are happening. Similarly, grievance settlement, how you can easily reach out to the regulator if you're a customer, if you're uncomfortable. All of these processes are getting streamlined. I think it's a significant push.
But do you think insurance players are well prepared to take up the challenge to provide insurance for all by 2047?
Of course, we would try to do it earlier, if possible. All these things come together. Of course, insurance, there's one facet, how much insurance? Like today also, there is a lot of households do have insurance, but they'll have very minimal cover.
Right.
So one facet is insurance for all, the other is enough insurance for all.
Enough
I think
insurance.
that will be
Right.
phase two.
Now, coming to Bajaj Allianz life insurance in specific, and about the how this year, this financial year have been. During the April-October period, the growth in the number of policies was quite healthy. It's around 22% for Bajaj Allianz. However, the new business premium growth was only in single digits, low single digits, 1.6%. What is the reason for this very muted growth in this current financial year
Well,
so far?
that's a very good insight, Manojit, what you just said. Not many analysts have asked me this, but it's actually very simple. Uh, the real bit is we're the fastest growing in terms of number of policies and premium. Now, premium in life insurance is seen in three ways. One is it is seen in what we call weighted premium, where regular premium policies get 100% weightage, and the single premium policies get a single 10%.
10%.
While that is called IRNB. In terms of IRNB or weighted premium, we have been the fastest growing in the sector, 24% growth year on year, while the sector is about 9% growth. Now, when you're talking of new business premium has a few components. In new business premium, it doesn't matter what premium you pick up, whether it is retail, whether it is corporate, whether it is gratuity, superannuation, group funds, non-funds, all of that. All that is added. It's the first premium that you pick up. And there the base effect is a little different. Our last year number for group schemes was very high. In fact, it was a little inflated because one customer had switched from one policy to another. Hence, the base became high.
Right.
So that is looking overall low, but that's just a technicality. In terms of fresh premium that we've got, we are the fastest growing.
Overall, what kind of new business premium growth you're projecting for the current financial year?
See, being a listed company or owned by a listed company, I can't talk about projections. But what I always maintain is that we'll at least be 2 times the growth of the sector. And the sector is expected to grow faster than the GDP growth. Hence, you can do the math.
Right. And what are the strategies you have in place, to push growth in the last 5 months of the current financial year? Is it going to be more on the agency side, the focus on the distribution side, or the product side? If you can throw some light on this.
No, very good question. So, see, after March of last year, when it was a phenomenal increase, because largely because of the tax breaks that were going away from April.
Yeah. I will come to that also. Yes.
Yeah, 5 lakh. So it was important for us to keep our agents a little excited because they're already sold a lot of insurance. We hence broadened our width of products which we had. Plus, we got into hyper action in terms of launching newer propositions for customers and for agents to take to the customers. For example, we have a very significant launches that have happened around different kind of mid-cap to small-cap focused ULIP schemes. We've had launches around specific segments like diabetic term plan. We've looked at different kind of term plans, more pension plans, and more variants within each of these. So all of that, the product launches have really helped us. That's one of the key factors. But it's normally never one. There are always multiple things that work, Manojit. So this is one thing that has worked. Second is, you're right, our focus on agency has really helped. So now among the private companies, we are one of the largest agencies in the country and the fastest growing as well. Our Bankassurance channel has been doing very well because we've been only adding more and more bank partners. So we've added 4 more bank partners within this quarter itself.
Right.
So that is also helping. So width of distribution is going up. The other is we've always invested in the growth of India, and we are therefore setting up more branches in more tertiary towns, like tier 2 and tier 3 towns. Going forward, that is where the growth will come.
Also, if I may ask, what is the contribution of Bankassurance channels to the new business premium growth in the year so far?
Yeah. So about 45% of all our business comes from large partners, banks, and wholesale distributors.
Also coming to products now, if we have seen the largest insurer, life insurance corporation of India, has announced a new product, guaranteed returns product last week, essentially to revive premium growth and all. So, are there any new products that you have planned in the next few months which will actually boost the sales of your insurance product policies?
Yes, it is. We have, and usually this is the period to launch more products. What LIC has done is perfect. We intend to do similar. So we will have a few launches that will happen because 50% of the business has only just come, but 50% is yet to come.
Yes.
So November, December, January, February are 50% of the business. So I think you'll see that coming. So there are more product launches. Yes.
So will there be more emphasis on non-par policies, guaranteed policies?
It'll be a mix.
Okay.
Non-par, par, we are okay with both. If you see this year, the non-par actually hasn't really picked up much. It has really been ULIP, which has sold much more. For us, it has been ULIP and it has been more par, which is actually
Right.
sold.
And what was the impact of this tax impact on your growth? If you can throw some light.
It has impacted Manojit. If one was to say it is not right. So last year, we of course had a phenomenal growth, or the entire sector, we had a 42% growth last year. But what we are finding is that the tax bracket of 5 lakh and above, where the tax break has now gone away, is contributing lesser and lesser to our upside in top line. So initially, the same period last year, we had about 9% of our business coming from 5 lakh and above policies. Now it is under 5%.
The reinsurance rates on term plans in particular have softened a bit. Is there any plans to pass on to the customer the benefits of the softening of rates?
So we always revise our rates as and when the reinsurers do it. In our case, in any case, Manojit, we are one of the lowest priced term plan in the country. So already, instead of keeping more profits, I pass it on to the customer. I don't see a significant change, but yeah, as and when I see anything for us particularly, I will surely look.
With this, Mr. Chugh, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for speaking to Business Standard.
Thank you so much, Manojit. Always good to talk to you.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
I am the blue of the limitless sky. I am the inspiration that led success soar high. I will achieve, I will fly high. I am the I in SBI.
I'm backed by the nation's trusted bank, SBI, the banker to every Indian.